I'm going to be working on houses again on my Project Zomboid build. There's 5 houses in this area right here. And I'm going to start on the house on this side. And work my way over. Okay. Tree. 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 3. It should tell me where the first driveway is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. And this one goes, the driveway goes right up to the house. The first house I'm working on is a 1-story house. The second one will be a 2-story house. It's small, the second one is small but still 2 stories. It has a light tanned siding for the house. So I'm just going to use oak planks for it. There's a window roughly here. And it looks right into the driveway. And that's right next to the front door. Front door being on the grass. Or leading out to the grass rather than the driveway. There's a window here looking into the living room area. The living room and kitchen area are separated by a small wall. 2, 3, 4. The bathroom roughly here. 3, 4. Window in the bathroom right here. And a door that's not quite lined up with the window. Next we have a window into the kitchen right here. One, 2, 3, 4. The 2 bedrooms are on this side. This is the living room kitchen area. Looks like the door to the back is lined up with the window at the front. And here's the more difficult area. They put in this mini wall. Maybe this. I'll do 2. But I'll move it up to here. I'll give a little bit more space in the kitchen. I've got the bathroom and the living room, kitchen. The dining room area is not so much separated from the living room. There's a dining room table on the other side of this wall right here. This partial wall right here. But there's not really anything to separate the living room from the dining room. So it's not really, it's a very open design. 1, 2, maybe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be enough for the bedroom. Door roughly lined up with this door. And this wall. So window roughly here. And the other bedroom has a window. I'm gonna line it up with the door. white hardened clay for the bathroom. Going to do a checkerboard design for the kitchen, and I'll use birch for the living area. And also living area, halls, that sort of thing. There's not really a hall in this building, although you could argue that the side over here pretty much forms a small hallway. They're very similar colors, but they're a closer match to what's in as the wallpapers for these two bedrooms. So I'm going to use cyan and light blue as the carpet for these two rooms. Okay, you have 2 windows and 1 window in each bedroom. 2 windows in the living room. One by the front door, one facing out to this other road. Excuse me, sorry. One window in the kitchen. 1 window in the bathroom. Okay, windows are in. Back door, exterior, bathroom door, both bedrooms, and now front door. The roof is sort of brown tile, so I'm going to use nether brick. And I'm going to use spruce for the ceiling. The roof is flat over the bedrooms, so that's why I'm putting the ceiling just a little bit lower, and I'm going to be putting the ceiling on the rest of the house. Thank you for watching. I'm working on a Project Zomboid build, and I'll put the link to the map I'm using in the chat. There we go. I'm working on a couple houses at the moment. Right next to... They're in Muldraugh, the center city of the main Project Zomboid map. Wrong side. It's easy to get turned around. It's supposed to be here. And mostly I'm using spruce right here to separate the part of the siding and the siding as it'll appear at the top, to cut down on the amount of one type of block that I'm using. I'm going to try this. It's got a white siding from the siding that's lines up with the roof. Well, from the first floor up, the siding is white. On the first floor, the siding is tan. Might be able to pull that off with this pillar. Since the siding looks, it doesn't look, oh, it looks closer to it actually. It won't be as visible in this small part, but on the others it will be. Now be in here. Probably about as close as I can actually get to match how it looks. The oak here matches the color of the siding on the first floor. This is that type of tan. Or that shade, I should say. And what this will also do is that, because of the nature of Minecraft, it'll create a flex space that could be used as an attic. With that, this house will be completed. And I'll move on to... I'll work on the driveway. And move on to the next house. There are some minor details to do before that, such as this right here. And this is mostly connecting the blocks that will represent the roof. And this is mostly to keep it from looking like this right here, where the two look only connected by this thin part, diagonal. So I'm just placing this so that it basically connects one block to the next. More fluid look, I suppose. It's going to look slightly odd because of the blocky nature of Minecraft, but this should help a little bit. Some minor things are also missing too. I haven't yet figured out how I want to try to do post boxes. It's not going to be an easy one to pull off, but so I've been waiting on that one and starting to work out on that design. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, maybe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that means I need to move this one. The driveway pretty much lines up mostly with the house. This brick house that I'm going to be working on now. Okay, the first floor of this house is pretty much just made up of, well, I guess you could say it's 2 rooms. There's no door separating the living room and the kitchen, but there is a wall, a more substantial wall than some of the other more open designs. Still, it is an open design. It's just not as open as some of the others. Not as open as the last one. Let's make it adjusted, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that for now. One, two, three, four. First wall is about right here. And there's a nook for the refrigerator. I'm using the city texture pack for the PS4. It's a pretty fun pack. I like it. I like it a lot. I wish I could have some of the packs I have on my PC version of Minecraft. Those things are crazy detailed. I used that to recreate Downton Abbey. 1, 2, 3, 4, about right here. It does cost money to get the texture packs, but it's not that much. It's pretty reasonable. One, two, three, four. Okay. And 2 for the stairway. The stairs are right here. I would have thought there would have been a closet right here, but there's not any in the vanilla design, so I'm not putting it in. But it's one of those situations where you could easily break down a wall and put one in there. Although in the game there's shelving here, so you'd have to destroy one or both of the shelving to get to it. Although one of the tactics that I use for playing Project Zomboid is to destroy the stairs with a hammer and then use one of the rooms, or in this, one of the rooms, and just drop a rope ladder. Usually in that case I use a bathroom, or if there were a hallway window that you could use. The window in this case is a little bit too high compared, because it's right above the stairs, not in the it's not in the hallway itself per se. But one of the ways you can protect yourself from zombies is to take out the stairs, and then drop that, because the zombies won't climb rope ladders. And you can easily use that to get in and out of a house. And this is one pretty good house to use as a forward operating base. This house in particular I've used a few times. Namely because it's in a pretty good location. It's not all the way in the back, and in the Project Zomboid game there are a few more second story houses in that location. You're close to a place to store items, and you're also fairly close to the main road. which is way over here. So it makes for a good forward operating base when you're operating in the back area where most of the houses are. There are others that can be used for it. This is one particular house that I've used when I've been playing Project Zomboid. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, this should be fine though. A little bit longer, but should work. 1, 2, there's a window roughly here, and there's also a back door of the house. Here. And this is roughly what I mean by the entrance to the kitchen is not, it's not closed off, but there's a small entrance to it. This is no doorway between the kitchen and living room, so you could argue it's either one room or two rooms quite easily. And the living room is in this area right here. So you got the windows in. There's one window in the living room, and it's roughly lined up with this other window from the looks of it. One of the odd things of doing it is the difference in perspective, because Project Zomboid is a top-down survival game. So the perspective is kind of skewed and translating it to Minecraft. In a couple ways it's kind of interesting. Project Zomboid gives a kind of you're following from a police helicopter or a news helicopter like view of the situation. But what you see in the game is limited to your character's field of view. The character does remember where certain things are. So in other words, if you walk by a house, you could see that house as a sort of haze, or sort of, there's a sort of fog that breaks up, but you know what the house roughly looks like. And once it's fully in your field of view again, then it updates anything that's happened. The only zombies that you see are within your field of view or zombies that you hear. So it's a pretty fun game if you get a chance to take a look on Steam. I'm going to go ahead and do this while I'm thinking about how to put in the stairwell. The thing is, what makes it a little bit odd here to do stairs is the fact that angles are a bit off. You have one specific type of angle to do a stairs, and because of that, some of the stairs, which would have been longer in a game, or even if you're using something that actually exists outside of a game physically. Say for example, Highclere Castle. The stairs are a little bit off because basically the stairs are a little bit steeper in Minecraft. So in other words, they take up less space than many stairs do. And that is true in this game as well. And also because of the proportions, that's thrown off too. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the stairs should start here. Before I can do that, I'm going to add in birch for the flooring for the living room. I only have a limited amount of blocks I can use, so sometimes I've been using similar blocks for similar themes. I try to use birch sometimes as a go-to for wood paneled floors, because it gives a fairly nice wood paneled look to certain things. Here I'm just going to use white wool for the kitchen, because in the city texture pack, white wool has a more tiled look to it. Okay. One window in the kitchen, 2 windows in the living room, 1 in the back, 1 in the front, by the front door. 2 doors. And I just did over the door out here. 1 door in the kitchen leading out to the back. Okay, that takes care of the first floor. I'm going to use nether brick as a separator between the first and second floors. The nether brick will also tell you exactly where the floor is on the second floor. and I'm just extending the design on the outside to the inside, since there's not really any wallpaper yet on vanilla Minecraft. Okay, the flooring for this is going to get a little bit trickier. And there's one thing I want to do for the siding. That is this right here. Along the seams of the house, the corners of the house, there's a white siding that goes up. So I'm going to add that in through this right here. And it'll help with the design of the house as well, by giving some more variety to it, and it'll make the house pop out a lot more. One, two, three. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Usually I use 3 for a level, not counting the floor, because that gives you a good way to roam around. If it were just 2, you wouldn't be able to jump inside the house. I mean, 2 would work, but 3 doesn't make it as claustrophobic. Three blocks up, that is. So 3-meter tall floors. 4 meters if you count the floor. Okay, this shouldn't be here. And these 2 should line up. And that's where the complexity comes in. Okay, yeah, it still works. Really, this should be on this side of the door, but that's fine. Because these blocks are a meter thick, some things like that are slightly thrown off. I'm going to leave the ceiling for the first floor as it is now, because it may require some alterations to the ceiling and the how it looks, basically. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rooms in the second floor, counting the hallway. There's 2 bedrooms, a master bedroom, and a small over here, and a smaller bedroom right here, with a bathroom roughly here. One, 2, 3. Okay, there's a window roughly here. into the bathroom. One, two, three, and a door roughly here. Door to this one is roughly here. And there's a hallway here. Okay, one way to make it fit, I think, is to do what I do for the roofs. And that is to you do a two-step. It's a two-step basically step up, using a slab and also slab and stairs to actually extend it out. This alters the look of it, but it puts the stairs to roughly where it should be. Okay. The hallway being roughly here and here. Okay. And there's a door about here. One way of handling a second story like this is to do this right here. But it does lead to some issues. That'll be strange. That I'll have to fix. Such as this right here. Sometimes with the actual businesses, it's easier to pull it off than the houses. But this one, it just looks like some of the tricks I thought I could use, I might not be able to. That's not a problem. It's going to look at odd in areas such as right here, because I have two different designs, but it might not be such a bad thing. It'll look differently once I put in the floor. And the headache is going to be this bathroom. First option is to do it like this. Second one would be to raise it up by 1. I'll try this first. I think I can pull it off. Okay, now I'll give a good look to it. It'll also give an interesting place to put a flower pot. Underneath, however, I'm going to alter this one and switch from white clay to white wool, since that will work with this, what I'm doing right here. It'll look like a tiled ceiling. And in the bathroom, it'll still give a tiled floor. This doesn't mean I'm out of the woods yet. This creates a good separator. And I'll just extend this to here. No, that's not going to work. It's going to look a little bit odd right there if I leave it like this. This I can handle with carpets on the top part. And it'll give me an interesting, actually it'll give me a strange roof, because the roof and the floor will be the same. But that can be altered too. I only need to do part of it. Okay, and if I do it this way, that'll give me Should it be this or should it be wood? That's somewhat looks like this thing. So it somewhat looks like the wool. They're not identical. So it looks like a continual design. And I'll fix this over here by using slab. Which will separate the stair entrance from the living room. It looks like this up here, but I'll fix this with carpet. Let's see, for this, the bedroom I'll fix with carpet as well. So it's a matter of what do I want the roof of the kitchen to look like. And for that, I'll use spruce. Okay, the roof itself is made up of blue tiles, so I'm going to use purple. I mean, it's not really blue. Purple isn't, but it's at least in the same family, and it gives the tile look that it's a matter of compromise, I suppose. Sadly, when you're limited with the types of bricks that you have, that happens quite a lot. It's a matter of what you're willing to live with, I suppose. This one, the roof is broken up into two parts. Part of the roof is on the first, is in line with the second story, I should say. That is the roof that covers the kitchen, what I'm working on right now. Next, where are you? I've already got it out. Okay, before I put in the ceilings, I'll fix the carpet issue. I'll use light blue for the master bedroom, and I'll use pink for the other bedroom. Really, I suppose it should be red. But this red is just a little bit brighter. The bedroom wallpaper is closer to burgundy than it is red. Well, the red that I have here, or had red I have access to. Okay, the 3 doors. Bedroom, bathroom, bedroom. Bathroom is fine. And this one will be pink. And this really isn't a problem once you start putting beds down, since basically all you need to do for that is remove 2 blocks, and then see it does the block underneath it doesn't show up at all. It's not always true with some of the texture packs though. Some of the texture packs you can actually see underneath the bed, since the bottom part of the bed in some texture packs are transparent. But in this particular one, it's not a problem. However, that is one thing you want to keep in mind. And if it were a problem for the city texture pack, I would have raised this building by 1 and just fixed it that way. Now there's one more thing to do, however. There's a window here, roughly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The window is roughly here. It's at the top of the stairs. And there's 2 windows here. 1, 2. Both into the bedroom. And so 1, 2. So it's roughly here and roughly here. Now to fix things again. Excuse me. sometimes it's hard to get precision with a PS4 controller. And almost done with the roof. One more section. And then it's a matter of adding the little extra parts that tie the blocks into the roof, or tie the blocks together. This one, these blocks right here, that link the parts of the roof together. Okay, that's the second house, and the second story house that I've worked on. Second house for this stream, second story house. Yeah, for this build map. Okay. The odd part will be for these three houses. They're all one-story houses, but the driveway for these houses is a little bit odd. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Creating a cul-de-sac, I believe is the term. Yeah, cul-de-sac. And all sorts of stuff when I'm working on this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that should be the first driveway. Now this actually might be the first house I could get the exterior just right. Because it looks like a very faint blue painted brick. Blue brick. And light blue is very close to it. Although it seems like this one has a bit more gray in it. But that's the closest. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roughly where the house starts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And part of this also why I'm having to do so much excavation is from the fact that to make the roads stand out a bit more, I've sunk the roads one block down in comparison with the grass. So that requires some alterations. Sometimes. Actually, quite a lot. Okay, now this house sort of looks like that. But it has a bit, the only difference is it has a bit more gray than this does. Okay, now to work on the house. This house is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms. There's a small partial wall which separates the kitchen from the hallway, but doesn't separate the kitchen from the living room and dining room. There's a room that looks like it's set up as a study, a bedroom, and a bathroom. And interesting enough, with this particular house, there's a door leading from the bedroom directly to the bathroom, where many of the other houses, they don't have that. There's a window also. I'm waiting to put in the kitchen first before I put in this window. But there's a window in the kitchen, or the dining room, looking out to the driveway, and also a window in the kitchen itself. So, 1, 2, and over here somewhere is a window, so I'm going to leave this blank for the moment. And the wall should be here. Let's see. About right here. Maybe. That might get adjusted. There's a 2-block hallway. And there's a window that roughly looks there. No, there, it looks down the hallway. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that'll be the back of the house now. There's a door which roughly lines up here, and that is the second bedroom, but in this case an office. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Bathroom. But there's a second door here leading into the bedroom. 1, 2. Door roughly here. 5, 6. And there's sort of a pantry at the end of the hallway. There's shelves set up for a pantry. There's a window in the kitchen there. So, I'm going to use something different. Instead of spruce, I'm going to use quartz for the window frames. So a window at the front door right next to it. Window in the living room looking down the hallway. There shouldn't be a window here. There's a window in the office and a window in the bathroom lined up with the door roughly. There's no window in this bedroom. Here's the window for the kitchen. And there's a window roughly here for the dining room. Now in terms of design, the simplest thing to say about this house is a death trap. There's really no other way you can get around it. It might be good for raiding for supplies, but this is not a good house to stay in. And there are a couple of reasons for it. There's no safe place to actually sleep. And I say that because if a zombie were to breach the house, the bedroom's here. So, well, one zombie's not a problem, but say 4 or so zombies break in. If you've left this door open right here, and that's one mistake that can happen, then they've got you trapped between these two doors that are very close to one another. If you have a much larger horde, then it wouldn't be a problem for them to break in through this window, and one exit's right here, which they have immediate access to. So the first zombie that breaks in is going to start hitting on this door, leading you to run out this way. But if there's zombies anywhere around here, and there are 2 windows right there that are easy for them to break into, then you can easily get closed off. So if 2 or 3 zombies come in through here, 2 zombies come in through here, the first thing they'll do is just move around here, and they got a straight path to you. They come in here, they're right in line of sight. They go right towards this door. So in other words, if you're escaping through here, all of a sudden you've got zombies coming at you from this direction, or through this direction, making it far more complicated than needed. Now it's true, this window can serve as a warning for you if you wake up. And that's an if. And I used the wrong flooring for the bathroom, so now I've got to replace it. Let me use oak for the bedroom. And it's a strange choice, but it's not. Since I'm using light blue for the walls, it sort of limits my choices. And still keep it look manageable, I suppose. Looking manageable. Okay, that takes care of the 4 interior doors. Alright, there's one more door I need to put in, the bedroom door. The only good thing to say is that for this house right here, if zombies do only come from this side and attack this door, and this door manages to stay, then you do have one way out. That is through this door into the bathroom and then out this window. But that's hoping that you don't have zombies coming at you from that side too. If you do, you're pretty much trapped. And then you have to hope you have a sledgehammer and take out the wall. And I'm going to extend the flooring for here. I might do this for the bedroom too. Use the same type of wood, but yeah, I'm going to do it for the bedroom because it looks nicer. The roof is made up of dark blue tiles, so it's back to purple as a roof. The thing with this roof is it's flat, so it's got a fairly simplistic design. And part of the reason why I'm doing this instead of moving it one block up is to create a more claustrophobic feel to this house. takes care of the third house. Now, interestingly, buildings along this cul-de-sac, these two buildings, the second building I'm going to be working on in this cul-de-sac, the fourth building, have the same type of siding. Excuse me. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This other house, it's kind of strange. It's got a blue exterior and a very purple interior. I mean, very purple. Wallpaper on every single wall. And it's made up of 1, 2 bedrooms, a closet, a living area, and kitchen area made up of one room but separated by a wall, and a bathroom. And I may need to adjust it because of this road here. It just depends. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. In the bedroom. 1, 2. One of the living room windows. The other. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I'm going to need to adjust this when we move it off to my one. One of the biggest problems is this house right here, and the fact that, well, it's with Minecraft, since you're working with blocks that are 1 meter, it's kind of hard to get the numbers exactly right. Two, three, four, five, six, about here. And that should work. It's closer to the road than I would like, but it fits. We may need to move it go, although 1, 2, 3, there. That should do it. I'm gonna move it one more just in case. Yeah, that should do it. One, two, three, window, 1, 2, here, maybe. Okay, 1 bedroom here. One of the things you need to keep an eye out, especially if you're doing something like this, is the fact that the more rooms you have, the more distorted the interior of the house will be. Door here, and there's a, no, the door is more like here. There's a closet here. There's a window here, but not lined up with the window over there. There's a door here, and a window next to it. And there's a window here. And the door roughly there. That makes the bathroom. Since this is thrown off, I'll move the door there. Make this one just a little bit smaller, so it's more of an entryway. I'm going to use white hardened clay for the kitchen this time, and also the bathroom. There's a back door and a window about here and here. For window and back door, right here. 2 windows for the living room, that window in the kitchen, by the back door, 1 window in the second bedroom, 1 window in the main bedroom, and 1 window on this side looking into the living room. Okay, that takes care of the window placement. Yellow's a bit too much. Orange would be too much too. Blue would be way too much blue. So I'm just going to use white wool. Okay, frames are all in. Now to put in the doors. Flooring's all in, so I should be able to. Oh, shoot, made a mistake. I made a mistake there. I put white wool instead of this because I want the flooring to match up until the door. If I were to put white wool here, then it would create a mismatch. It would look a bit strange. So that means I also made a mistake here too. But fortunately, it's easy to fix that. Okay, all the windows are in, all the doors are in, 4 interior doors, 1, 2, 3, and there's the 4th over here, 2 exterior doors, back door, front door, 4 windows in the living area, entry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 window in the kitchen, by the back door, 1 window in the bathroom, 1 window in each of the bedrooms. Okay, they're all in. Part of the roof is flat, and that is the roof around the entryway and also the bathroom. mistake. It's easy to do. Really? We'll need to adjust the roof by doing that. And just placing it in the slab just as I'm building. I will need to adjust this door, however. The driveways is just slightly bit odd. So let me make a walkway at a part of the driveway. One, two, three, four. And this will form a walkway to the front door. So I'll just place stone here to represent concrete. And this one has a covered drive. Not really a driveway, it's a covered place to park your car. I guess it's still garage. It's just a garage with a roof. Hi, thank you for watching the stream. I'm working on a Project Zomboid build. I placed the link in the chat of the map I'm using. It can be found on map.projectzomboid.com. That's the map I'm using to. Thank you for the donation. One, two, three, four, five, six. Two. Okay, there. I should handle the driveway. And now to put in the it's 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe 2. And this will form the, I guess, outdoor garage. It just is a, don't really have a way to do that. I don't have a way to do a metal roof with slab. Let's see here. So I'm just going to, I guess, use quartz since it matches how light this it is. No, it's not going to look right. I'm just going to use wood. The lightest wood I have is oak wood, so I'm going to use that. So now I'll place the parked car, although there's no cars in Minecraft. For that matter, there's no cars in Project Zomboid either, as of yet, unless you're using a mod. Now I'm working on part of the driveway, or the cul-de-sac, I should say. There's one more house on this cul-de-sac. This house is a fairly small house. It's a one-story house, and it is made up of 3 rooms: a small bedroom, a bathroom, and an open area for kitchen and living room that's not separated. may have to adjust this driveway. One, two, three, four, five, six. And the biggest problem is when putting a lot of buildings in one area, it's easy for distortions to build up, and that looks like that's what's happened here. I may need to adjust it, but I'm going to see if I can get siding in like I've done with the trailers. It may not look well with this, so I may adjust it as needed. So one, two. There's a door roughly here, and the window next to it. Yeah, it's not going to work. So I'm going to use oak planks. Door here, window here, and I need to use spruce instead of that. This house is a little bit in the wrong position, but it still works. So window here. No window in the bathroom. One, two. The door to the bedroom roughly lines up with the door to the front. And the door to the bathroom is roughly here. kind of interesting, this house. It's kind of small, and there's wallpaper, flower wallpaper on it. But it's not that bad of a house, all things said. I'm going to use birch wood for the bedroom as well. And to give it more space, I'm going to alter it by 1. That's just because it is some of the distortions that have appeared. The distortions really hit small buildings and also buildings that have a lot of rooms in them. It's mostly because with small buildings, the fact that you're dealing with a meter thick blocks and thus meter thick walls really distorts the space that you have on the inside. So in that case, it's the inside that it distorts, although it does distort the outside to a degree as well. But the biggest impact it has is on the inside. And that is because when you have meter thick walls, you now have an inside that's radically altered by those walls. And usually you have to compromise and figure out a way to let it look as it should look and still be functional. Two interior doors, bedroom, bathroom, window bedroom, window in the kitchen area, window in the front part by the front door, and that actually takes care of all of that. The roof is made up of brown tile, so going to use nether brick. Okay, so that takes care of the third house. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4. And that should cover the basic design of the cul-de-sac. I'm going to just excavate part of this, and while the spruce trees are growing in, then I'll start filling it out and excavating more. is easy to do if you're excavating large tracts of dirt or wherever blocks you're taking out. For the same fact, it's also easy to do that if you're putting in large amounts. Although in the other case, it's addition rather than subtraction. This is a rather large cul-de-sac, so for a change, the spruce trees might actually have been mostly grown in. By the time I get done with this part. Two more lines that should be done. Looks like two particular. Well, at least this cul-de-sac part will be done. I'll still have the road until from the. Is this the cul-de-sac too? Well, I guess it is the cul-de-sac, but this straight part is the last part. 2 more lines for this. And the cul-de-sac will be completed in terms of placing down carpet to represent the asphalt. Okay, and the trees are mostly in, except for a few. Once I've placed down the birch trees, I'll let them grow while I take a look at some areas where I need to put some sand. And I'll put down birch and oak at the same time. I'm going to extend this one out just a little bit. Should be closer to ending at the driveway. Not driveway, this parking lot for the church. Okay, now while that's These trees are growing. I'll take a look at the sand parts I need to put in. And once, if I need to, I'll come back. I'll start using this on those trees, and then I'll start putting in where the grass is. Where the grass is higher. You probably will need to. It shouldn't take too long to put in this. There's 3 parts to put in. There's this part right here. There's another part which is a little bit smaller. And that's about right here. Okay, that takes care of that grass. It shouldn't take long to go around using bone meal on the shrubs. From there, there's not really as much high grass as some of the other areas, interesting enough. right there. Right, a little more. Always amazing what you can find. Okay. These two houses, they're a bit bluer than many of the others, but this blue wool fits the blue brick, gray blue brick that the houses are made from. Small cabin. The first of the 2-story houses that I'll be running into as I get further in. Most of them are over there. And this house right here. And surprisingly here there's not as much overgrown grass. And of course these trees. Well, there's overgrown grass in specific areas, but not as much as some of the other areas. And that is it for this stream. Thank you very much for watching. And the next stream I do for Project Zomboid, I'll be working on other houses, either in this direction, most likely, or in that direction. Probably in this direction, in which case I'll be working on several 2-story houses. Okay, thank you very much, and take care.